All right, we're moving. We're leaving this beautiful campsite, but it's time to head to Olympic National Park. So we've made it to our next site, which is the Sol Duc Hot Springs Resort Campground. It's inside the National Park, Olympic National Park. It is not run by the National Park though, it's run by the resort. And I will tell you that, especially compared to our last campsite, this is not the most whimsical of campgrounds. We're basically in a parking lot of campers that are separated by logs. The sites are really tight. They're not really long enough. And we knew that. We knew that when we booked it. The problem is we need hookups, and Olympic does not have very many campgrounds with hookups. We need hookups because of Jim's CPAP machine. We don't have an inverter. We don't have any way to run his machine without electric. So we can boondock for one night without electric right now, but not for multiple nights. I read the reviews. I knew exactly what we were getting into with this campsite. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's our best scenario. Olympic is not large RV friendly. It's super tent friendly, small camper friendly, not big RV friendly.
Drive across.
One of the benefits to our campsite is this lovely beach on the stream that is just behind our camper. I think it's probably part of the hot springs.
I mean, there's a tube right there.
Oh! That's hot.
So we have 3 full days at Olympic National Park. So our plan for day 1 is to go to Port Angeles, check out the visitor center there, and then check out the Hurricane Visitor Center, which is a short drive away, and drive Hurricane Ridge. Day 2, I think we're going to head over to the Hoh Rainforest and walk through the rainforest. And then I'm hoping on day 3 to go to the other side of the park and visit a beach. The problem with Olympic National Park is, unlike Yellowstone, where there's loops that take you through different parts of the park, or Glacier, where there's a road that goes from one side to the other, you can only drive around Olympic National Park. And then there are roads that take you into specific sections, but you can't get from one section to the other without going back to that outside road. So it's going to be hard for us to hop from place to place here without it taking hours of driving. Our first stop was the Port Angeles Visitor Center. Hurricane Ridge is a highly visited area of the park for hikers in the summer and skiers in the winter. Unfortunately, the Hurricane Ridge Visitor Center burned down in a fire in May of 2023. Our next stop was the Crescent Lake Lodge. We didn't bring our swimming stuff, but it was fun to check out the lodge and watch people enjoy the lake. On day 2, I was feeling a little under the weather, so Jim and James hiked the Sol Duc Trail to see the Sol Duc waterfall. One of the highlights of Olympic National Park is the old-growth forests that give hikes a magical feeling.
How you feeling, James?
My legs hurt.
Well, that was just over 3 miles, I think. 3¼ miles to get here.
So we're up early this morning and we are headed to the Hoh Rainforest, which is a must-see in Olympic National Park, and we're looking forward to checking it out. So we're here early enough that we didn't have any trouble finding parking, but I hear it gets crazy, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like when we go to leave.
Lick, lick, lick.
Plants grow by the inch and die by the foot. Stay on the trails. The Hoh Rainforest is one of the largest temperate forests in the U.S. The rainforest gets up to 14 feet of rain each year, while mist and fog add another 30 inches of moisture, making it the perfect environment for the mosses, ferns, and lichens that hang from the huge trees. Many of the trees in the Hoh Rainforest were born out of nurse trees. When a tree falls and rots, it becomes the perfect setting for new tree growth. Once the nurse tree rots away, the newer trees are left with incredible above-ground root systems. We're hoping to find a banana slug, but we haven't seen any yet. Look, there's a banana slug.
Oh my god.
We found one. I was just talking about how we probably won't, and there he is.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Our mission has been accomplished. We found a banana slug. So that was a lovely, beautiful way to spend a morning.
Awesome. Nice.
Junior Rangers.
I promise. To help protect. Olympic National Park. My community. And the earth. Good job. Congratulations. Move on. Yes.
This is the first time we've ever seen the Pacific Ocean. High five.
Behind the Kalaloch Lodge. We tried our hardest to get to stay at the Kalaloch campground, and no matter what we did, we could not get a spot. But I really wish we would have, because the kids would have loved staying here. We've only been on East Coast beaches, so we were surprised by how rocky and debris-ridden West Coast beaches are. But the kids had a blast playing around the rocks and logs. Yeah, James's head makes a good railing. Let's see. After 3 days in Olympic National Park, we drove down the coast to Astoria, Oregon on the Columbia River. Jim was super excited to drive across the Astoria Megler Bridge, under which huge shipping vessels cross as they head to upriver ports. So we're closer to the Lewis and Clark National Park than we realized we would be. So we're going to stop at the visitor center so we can get that national stamp, which will make it 18 for the summer. In the forest next to the visitor center, you can visit a recreation of Fort Clatsop, the winter encampment for Lewis and Clark's Corps of Discovery. During their time there, they gathered much information about the natural resources and resident populations of the area.
Clark was the map maker. This was a plant press, so they could preserve specimens.
I was telling James that we haven't done a single recreation village on this trip, so it feels good to do one.
Right.
I do not anticipate stopping here, but I'm really glad that we did. So we're here at the Astoria Column, which you're supposed to be able to walk up to see an amazing view, but right now we're not seeing amazing anything. So we paid our parking fee, which is $5, and then we can come back later when the sky clears. That's what. For lunch, we stopped at the Fort George Brewery. We're on the Columbia River Riverwalk. The Coast Guard has a sub-office in Astoria, which is not surprising because the Columbia River Bar is one of the most dangerous river entrances in the world. Along the Riverwalk, you can visit the Columbia River Maritime Museum. You better appreciate this museum since you begged us to go in. Our tickets included the opportunity to climb aboard the lightship Columbia. Because of the ever-changing sandbars of the Columbia River entrance, the lightship Columbia acted as a movable lighthouse, guiding ships around shallow areas and rocks. You go down. So you guys would be used to this because you're sleeping in the camper. It was decommissioned in 1979, restored, and returned to the river as a National Historic Landmark in 2022.
Captain's quarters, I'm guessing.
Yep, probably. After exploring the lightship, we returned to the museum. James, get away from Monday.
This behind us is this behind us is the Columbia River.
Hurricane simulator. And where was Jim all this time? Enjoying fish and chips from the world-famous bow pickers.
I thought we were going to the column.
After this. It says no RVs.
There's an apostrophe that does not belong there. God, it feels like I'm in a movie.
It feels of questionable safety. Yes.
Because we're us, or really because Jim is Jim, we had to stop at the other brewery in town, Rogue Brewery.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me fear.
Okay, so earlier we went up to the column to look at it, and it was so misty you couldn't even see the column in the parking lot. So we're gonna go back up and try to get a better look from the Astoria Column. The Astoria Column is a monument to the history of the area and is covered with pictograms illustrating great moments and people in Pacific Coast history. So Jim bought little balsa wood planes that we can throw off of the column. We're doing it! Alright, here we go, ready?
Mom's going? Oh, that was... Oh, shit. Look at...
Oh, yeah, that's goodbye! There it goes!
Oh, that was terrible.
Where'd it go?
Oh, there it goes. That plane's drunk. Look at that. Oh, wow, that's a dive bomber.
Oh, there it goes!
I'm trying to squish my plane.
Sorry.
There you go. Oh, that was...
Oh, he already went. Go, James's plane, go!
No, you are.
It's like way out there. Look at it.
Dude, that's the layup there.
That was the best one, buddy.